Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Chef Pam and we're getting ready to make some biscuits. Cinnamon raisin biscuits. Iced cinnamon raisin biscuits. Oh my goodness, they're soft, they're big, they're flaky, they're just, ooh, delicious. It's like having a cinnamon roll in biscuit form. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. And then just keep hanging around because I have a whole channel full of recipes that'll get you there. Let's get busy. We are back and let's go over our ingredients. And you all know the ingredients will be down in the description. We have our flour, water, cinnamon, baking powder, butter, raisins, a little sugar, and that's it. Simple ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry. It doesn't take long to make it, and it's really simple to do. So let's get the cinnamon raisin biscuits made. So here we have our flour, and I'll have all the exact measurements in the description for you guys, so you don't have to worry about it right now. To the flour, we added baking powder, and we added our sugar. Now we're going to go in and give this a good stir. Make sure it's all well combined together. Next up, we are going to grate our butter. Grate your butter in there. Do not put it in chunks. Don't cut it up. You want to grate it in there. Make sure your butter is very, very cold. You don't need any salt because we're using salted butter, and that's enough. So just lay your grater right across the top and just grate it right down into the bowl. We are actually grating 1.5 sticks of butter. So I'm going to go ahead and get this grated, and we'll be back. Now that our butter is all grated, you want to go in and take a fork and incorporate it into your flour. Now, if you have a pastry cutter, by all means, go ahead and use that. I have one, can't find it, don't like it anyway. So, use the fork, make sure it is well incorporated until it looks like fine crumbs. So I'm going to go ahead and incorporate this butter, and we'll be right back. Once your dough is incorporated with the butter, it wants to look a little crumbly, just like that. Now we're going to go in with our water. Yes, water, guys, not buttermilk, not milk, water. Plain old room temperature water. It is by far the best thing to get a nice, soft, fluffy biscuit. So you just want to incorporate it until your dough is like a kind of a sticky dough. Just keep adding it a little bit at a time because you can add more, but you can't take out. So let's get this all mixed up. Okay, you'll know your dough is ready when you touch it and it sticks to your fingers. That is what you want. Next, we're going to go in with our raisins. If you don't like cinnamon raisins, you can make this just plain. You can add cheese to this. You can add whatever you want to add to this. It doesn't have to be raisins and it doesn't have to be cinnamon. You can also leave the cinnamon out or the raisins out, whatever you like. Just mix these in, trying not to overmix your dough. But you want raisins to be incorporated throughout, so every bite has a raisin. Once you get your raisins in there, you want to go in with some cinnamon. And my cinnamon is not open, so I'll be right back. Okay, now that we have it open, you just want to go in and sprinkle your cinnamon in here. Just put it in here just like that. Now, so you won't have brown biscuits, you're going to take your spoon, you can take a spoon or a knife, and just gently mix it in, not too much because we have to roll it out. It's going to mix in again as you roll it out. So don't mix it too much. Okay, now that that's done, set that to the side, get you some flour, make sure your counter is absolutely clean and dry. Clean and dry. Go ahead, sprinkle some flour down here. Don't worry about it being too much because you're going to need some to incorporate and roll out your dough. Then just turn your dough right out over onto this floured surface. Let's get all of it out of here. And now you just want to take your flour and bring this dough together. Using your hands, gently fold it and bringing it into a complete dough. Again, do not worry about it being too much flour. It will not be in the end, and you'll see why. Once you get it in a soft dough, it only needs to be turned 2 or 3 times. Go ahead, get your rolling pin, collect some of that same flour, flour your rolling pin with it, and roll them out. See how nice and cinnamony and incorporated that looks throughout there? You want to roll them out to about an inch thick. There is no preparing of the pan. I just have a regular 8 by 8 inch pan here. You don't need to put anything in it. I am cutting mine out with a glass. Feel free to use a cookie cutter or whatever you have that you want to cut them out with. But whatever it is, make sure you go around the rim of it with a little flour so that it will not stick. Press down and then turn. Came right out. Continue to add flour to it so that they will not stick. Press down and turn. And just continue until you have them all cut out. Once they're all cut out, take them and put them in your pan. Now, when you put them in your pan, you absolutely want them to touch so that they can help each other rise. It's okay if they get out of their perfect little shape, but you do want to make sure that they are touching. We're going to be baking these in a 425-degree oven. And if I failed to say preheat your oven, guys, get over there and preheat the oven. It needs to be preheated. So preheat your oven to 425 degrees. We're going to get these on in the oven and we'll be back. Okay, this is what they look like before they go into the oven. Again, 425 degrees for about 20 minutes. And we'll be back. Now when your biscuits are just about done, we want to go in and make our glaze. And again, this will be in the description, but I have powdered sugar, confectionery sugar in here. To it, I'm adding some warm water and vanilla. The only thing we're going to do is stir this until it becomes absolutely smooth. Then when our biscuits come out, we can pour this delicious glaze right on top. Oh my goodness, 20 minutes and you've got a fantabulous breakfast, snack, dessert, call it whatever you want. We used to get up when we were kids and make these all the time. One of the first things I made for my parents on my own were these cinnamon raisin biscuits. Okay, see how nice and smooth that is, guys? That's what you're looking for. So let's go ahead and get our biscuits out of the oven. Okay, our biscuits are done. Don't they look amazing? Oh my goodness. Now you want to let them cool for about maybe 5 minutes. You don't want to pour your glaze on right away or it'll just strictly melt. You want them warm, not hot. So I'm going to let them cool and we'll be right back. Okay, we've given our biscuits just a little bit of time, so I'm going to go ahead and get them out of here. You can glaze them right in the pan they are in, but I'm going to take them out and put them on this plate right here. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Ooh, this is looking delicious. Smells divine. Look at how thick and fluffy that biscuit is. You can still see the seam coming out. Yes, and look at the back. Nice and golden brown on the bottom side too. So we just want to take these out of here and glaze them right on here. I put something under it just for easy cleanup, guys. Who wants to clean up? We like to cook. Somebody else needs to do the cleaning. But it really is easier if you clean as you go. I have to admit that. Clean as you go when you cook. Okay, so we want to give your glaze one more stir. Then we can pour it over here. Okay, we are done for today. Thank you so much. Don't they look amazing? And I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise.